have a kind of vlog for you with a little bit of what I have been working on last week and what I will be working on this week. I will also tell you a little bit about how I approached all the distractions and interruptions that I experience here at the studio, so I can work a little bit more focused and in the zone. And I also want to make a little unboxing of a package that I arrived last Friday, I believe, that I have been holding myself not to do. I wanted to do it with you. So grab a coffee, a tea, water, whatever you want to, and sit down and let me do the work. Last week I worked on 2 different projects. One that you see me working with here, and the other one was not so interesting. It was just more in the graphic design area. And the one you see me working on here, it's for a private client that approached me because they saw that I worked in a very realistic way. They had this idea for a long time. They had 2, I believe, older maps, one sea map of the area where we live here and one of a land map, and they wanted a pair of swans painted on each of them. So they contacted me to see if I could do it, and here you see me transferring the sketch to one of the maps, and as you can see they are huge. I had to be all the time very, very careful not to ruin the maps, because that is not as just a piece of paper that you can redo. So here you see me preparing the table. I want to secure that the table is clean, and I'm carefully putting one of the maps on the table to start painting. So the biggest issue that I had was to cover the map there where the birds were. So I had to put a layer of white first, and as you can see I'm working with wash, which I thought was the best option for this, as it had to be an opaque material. So this took me a while and several layers to get rid of the worst parts of the map showing through. Here you see me putting the first layers of color. We agreed with the client in keeping the colors in blues, dark blues. So the only color, warm color that the illustration had will be the peak of the bird. And yeah, you can see that I am really, really careful looking at the reference image all the time. And I'm really, really going very slow and trying to hold my brush the best way I can. The worst thing that could happen is that I lose the brush with paint on the map, and so yeah, that's why I'm so careful. I'm also being careful of not, when I wash my pencil, of not losing some drops of water on the map, because this is something that sometimes happened to me on watercolor paper. Watercolor paper, I usually am able to fix it, but here I will not be able to fix it if an accident happens. And I think I will put some music on now and let you watch the process, and maybe I will also be setting up the speed a little bit so you don't sit here for a whole hour or so, and I will talk to you later. And here is the final result. I had to put the maps on the floor and to be able to take a picture, and I also made some small videos here to remember how they look, because once I'm finished with this, the client will come and get the maps and I will not be able to see them again. And this was delivered on Monday, and the client, the Monday, the day I filmed the intro of this video, and the client, it was a couple, they were very, very happy with the result and sent me a very kind thank you email. So that is so nice to know, and that is one of the reasons I think it's so giving to work with private people. And now you are watching me work on another project. This is something from some weeks ago. You may have noticed that I have several doors in my studio, or that goes into my studio. My studio is actually 2 rooms that have been put together, meaning one wall has been removed. So I have 2 doors from where you can access the rest of the house, and I also have 2 doors / windows that goes out in the garden. So I have 4 doors in total, and only one is blocked with my desk, the table where I paint. And having family around and working from home, this means a lot of interruptions. And on top of that, of course, I have the dog and the cat that always want to come in and out, and that is okay. They are part of the family and they should have the freedom to be there where they want to be. But the people, family members, can not, because they do it on purpose, but they tend to pop up out of nowhere from one door or the other, and this has been very distracting for me. So what I decided to do, because one of the moments that I need to have no interruptions at all is when I am filming or I am making my voiceovers, like now. So I have made the sign that you see here, where I made it kind of funny. That's okay. It adds a little bit of character to my studio. So I have made these signs. I had to make signs, 2 signs with each message. So here you are watching me making 2 signs where it says on air, so meaning when I have that sign on the door, nobody should come in, and they should also know that they have to be a little bit careful doing noises outside. And so I used my acrylics to do this. That makes them look cute and old, or like, yeah, I don't know. I just like how they turned out looking. I also hand-made some frames to hold them. I'm starting to be very happy to work with cardboard. It's something that you have laying in your house, and you can form it, cut it, glue it, and in the way you want, and you can create a lot of things with it. Last week this box arrived, and I have been waiting to open it together with you, so I have been really holding myself. So let's see what's in it. I know what's in it, but it's from one of my clients. It's the calendar for 2023 that I worked on at the beginning of this year, and the client has just sent me some examples. So let's see how they look. Very exciting. Always very exciting to receive the products with your illustrations on. Oh, they have sent a lot. Wow. So see, set the camera closer to the floor so you can see this better. So this is the cover, and this year we choose to have a brown background, and the title is the same design as last year to keep it cohesive. And in the inside, hope you can see it well, each page has a different color here that somehow matches the illustration that I did, and the illustration for each month shows the different animals that are, what they are doing, and the same goes for the plant in which how they look in that month. So that is the theme for the calendar. It was the same last year. For this particular illustration I have a video done where I walk you through all the thoughts and the challenges that I had, and you can go and watch it there if you are interested. Here's the month of February. It's an image in the forest, and all the flowers that are the first flowers that pops up. I don't know the names in English of all these, but I'm sure you can recognize some of them. Here's the month of March with the first butterflies appearing and more flowers and the little mice. April with rabbits. This is in a water illustration, or how to say, for this calendar the client asked me if I could make more illustrations where it was more in a water theme. Can you say that? So this is like a little, I don't know, not a lake, but some place where there is water, and here are some frog eggs that you can see in the month of May, and a little duck, and I don't know the name of this little guy. They also pop up in May. For June we have some flowers. These are some wild or orchids. I don't know the name. I put it in the screen so you can see what I mean. Some butterflies and flowers. Here we have another illustration with a water theme. This is the first time ever that I think, at least I can remember, that I have painted underwater, an underwater scene, so you can see from the upside and what is underneath with fishes and all, and some, how we call these, the frog, I will put the name again. I'm sorry. And more water theme with a dog, and these I don't know the name either, but maybe you recognize them. And a theme with a lot of trees in the forest, a spider web. They can look so beautiful. October with a seal and a seagull. The weather is getting colder here, and I read that the seals they come up to the beach to get some, I don't know, say it right, to get some energy because they have to travel far away. And November with the sea in the background, and a lot of gray bushes without leaves and some berries, and a little bird. The last one, of course, has to be a little bit related to Christmas, so these are the animals that I chose. I can't remember the name of these, but you know what they are. And a little bird and some berries too here, and of course snow. And that is the last page. Then there is a calendar for 2024, and in the back they kindly let me have a picture of me with my name and a little description of what I do, how I work and all of that. So it's a very lovely project to be in, and this is the 3rd year that I do this calendar with this client. And if you are interested, I have also on my Instagram, you can find some reels that I have set up with the process of some of these illustrations, and also the illustrations for the calendar for this year, meaning the calendar that I painted last year. And it is only produced in Danish, so I will only put this on my Danish shop if you are interested in buying one. So yeah, I hope you like it. I'm really pleased with it. It's always nice to see how your illustrations look in a finished product. So yeah, very exciting to get this package and open it together with you. And talking about shops, I have recently reopened my old Etsy shop, so I have been uploading all my products, or at least some of them. I will be uploading more with time, but for now it's all set up. It took me a while to get into the system again and understand how it works, as it is quite different from my own webshop on my own website. So here you see me going back and forth trying to see if everything is looking as it should, things like that. So now if you are interested in buying my art, you can also buy it on my Etsy store, and I will be uploading more products as soon as I get more time to do it. Or you can also buy from my own shop. I decided to reopen my Etsy shop to give my clients that doesn't speak Danish an option, so they can understand what they buy and feel a little bit more safe. So yeah, that is that. Today is Friday, and I really hope I can finish editing this video so it can come up today. I just wanted to say thank you to all my new followers. I hope you enjoy all my content, and I will be putting all the links to the different things that I mentioned in the video down below in the description. I have also put a link to buy me a coffee if you want to support this channel in some way. This weekend I will be participating in a market, one more, so I have been very busy, but I really hope that I will be able to do some plein air painting the coming week, so stay tuned for that. I will leave you with some images of me painting the big acrylic painting that I have been working on since last Sunday, that I finished this week. I will be posting the finished painting on my Instagram today or tomorrow when I have time, but I will leave you with the images of me painting that. Other than that, I will see you in my next video. Bye!